So what I like to do when there's a market movement is that I like to draw out a trend line, which would actually serve as more like an indication to let me know, okay, this trend is still very much valid. So hello amazing forex traders, and welcome to today's episode of Forex Forecast. So this is a segment on the channel where we come together every week to look at what the market has done and what we should expect the market to do in the coming weeks to come. So as you can see, this is the DXY chart. We always start with the DXY chart because DXY, whatever happens on the DXY, kind of give us an idea of what will happen on the major currency pairs like the Euro and GBP, USD and the rest. So this is the DXY chart and nothing too serious. We are still in a bullish uptrend. As you can see, the market making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, still making a higher low. We gave this trend line a second retest. If you watch my previous video last week, you'll notice when I drew this trend line, I could have drawn it somewhere close like this, but I don't like when my trend lines are too close to the market. I like to give it a little bit of space, so I drew my trend line like this, and as you can see, price came here to respect it, and we can potentially see a bullish uptrend in the coming week. But if we don't see that happen, then we can probably see that DXY is going to come up here to 98.5 to retest this level or break below this level. So this might be what we are going to see next week, a push to the upside from this level or a push to the downside from this level. These two things are what we should be expecting from the market. So I would advise that we don't rush to trade the market next week. Maybe we should start looking for our entry positions by Tuesday or Wednesday. By that time the market should have given us enough direction of where it's heading to, but currently we are still much in a bullish trend. As you can see, the market making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and potentially make a higher high. I'm still bullish for the DXY. Let's go to the weekly time frame and see what's happening there. As you can see on the weekly time frame too, the market is still very much bullish. As you can see, this is looking more like a retest before we actually push to the upside, which my first level target will be somewhere around here, which is 100.375, and my next level target will probably be here, which will be around 104. So my analysis or my forecast for dollar is to get to this level. My forecast for dollar is to get to this level, which is 104, because the reason why I said that is because if we bring out our Fibonacci level, let me zoom out a bit on the chart. If we bring out our Fibonacci level on a weekly time frame, if we bring out our Fibonacci level and we draw our Fibonacci level from recent high to recent low, we can see that this level that I talked about, here is a very important level that the market needs to come and respect before the end of this year, which is around 104. With this 104 region is a level that I expect the market to come into. So I expect to see something like this happen in the next couple of weeks to come. As something like this happen, so markets come into this level, then maybe we can now decide, okay, want to break above or want to break below. But currently the market needs to come into this region first. So that is my analysis for the DXY. Moreover, it might not happen that way, so we can still see the market push back down to this level. Let me take this off of the chart. So we can still see the market push back down to this level, which will be about 96.526 before it goes back up. But currently we are still in a bullish uptrend, and we have this trend line. We have our trend line to guide us, which is currently still much bullish. So I'm still bullish on the dollar, very much bearish on this pair. As you can see, we made lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low. Probably is going to be a lower high. If we had broken previous high that we made in the market, if we had broken above it, I would have probably been like, okay, the risk of this downtrend might be over, and we might potentially be looking for more buying opportunities to the upside and selling opportunities to the downside. But as you can see here, I carefully plotted this zone here to make me understand, okay, as the market got to this level, the market did not get to this level. So what we might just be seeing is a minor retest before we actually make a bigger move to the downside, which our first level target will be 1.13976 and potentially 1.0772. So those are the two levels that I want to be looking out for when trading the EURUSD. But potentially, if anything happens and we break above this previous high here, if we break above this previous high here, then we might be at the risk of pushing back to the upside. We might see the EURUSD push up to the upside. But currently, guys, we are still in a sell trend when it comes to the EURUSD, and we are still in a buy trend when it comes to the DXY.